There are several places that students can go to check on their assignments to see what they have assigned and when they are due. When I'm in the student dashboard, at a glance, I'm looking at my demo class here. I can see that I do have a couple items that are due coming up. I'm going to click on the demo class, go to the classwork page, and one of the things that I could do as a student is scroll through and look on the right hand side, and I can see the due date. So I have a couple things due early next week, and if I scroll down, I see here that I have something actually due tomorrow. As the classwork page grows, it might become a little unwieldy for students to scroll up and down to see all of the different items that they have due. So it might become a little bit difficult. So there are some other options. One of them is at the top of the page where there is a view your work. If I click on that, that shows me the items that I have assigned and due within this class. Another option would be to go to the main menu in the upper left-hand corner and click on the to do. This is a master list of all of the items that the student has assigned and is coming up with due dates for all the classes that they're enrolled in. It will also identify what they have as missing. I'm going to scroll down here towards the bottom, and I see that I do have that one item due tomorrow. I have one item due on Monday. I have two items due on Tuesday. I'm going to go back to the classwork page, and I'm going to find one of those assignments. And I see here, Finding Credible News is due tomorrow. When I look at it at this point, I see quick access for the assignment. To get more details, I'm going to click on View Assignment, and this allows me to see the directions, any additional attachments, resources, and other information I need in order to complete this assignment. In this particular case, I have an assignment that's been attached, a document that the teacher attached for me. One thing that you'll notice is that it already has my name on it, Student 1, so I don't need to rename it. I'm going to click on that. I've read the directions, and I know what I need to do in order to complete this document. Assuming that I have completed it, in the upper right hand corner, I need to turn it in. So I can turn it in at this point by clicking on the button in the upper right hand corner, or I can go back to the assignment page and I could click on the turn in button at this point. Before I turn it in though, I may want to, depending on the assignment, add another document to include some additional information or resources for this particular assignment. So to do that, I would simply click on the Add or Create. And at this point, I could add something that I maybe previously created that would be in my Google Drive, if it was something I wanted to link, if it was a file that perhaps was on my desktop, or I can create a document that is brand new. So in this case, I will create, let's say, a Google Slides document. It will again automatically rename it properly, so I don't need to worry about that. It will also set the sharing settings properly for the teacher, so I do not need to worry about that. I'm going to click on this document that I just created. So again, this is a Google Slides. The first one was a Google document. And I created this one just to demonstrate that in the upper right hand corner, you'll see a present button. So if the teacher assigns a Google slide or the student actually creates one, you will not see a turn in button in the upper right hand corner like you did for the Google Doc. That's okay. Everything that the student does in Google Slides is automatically saved. So they'll simply just go back to that assignment page again, and at this point click on the Turn In button. Once they click on the Turn In button, they're going to click Turn In again. That Turn In button is going to change to an Unsubmit button. So behind the scenes, what has happened is that the sharing settings for both of those documents have been set to View Only. So if the student were to click on one of those right now, they would actually not be able to edit it because it's been turned in. So if by some chance they remembered that, oh, I need to work on one more thing, I forgot to add something, they would have to unsubmit it and then turn it back in again. Another thing that the students might do on this assignment is add some comments. The comments that are added at the bottom here would be things that would be visible to the entire class. And so anything that they type is visible to all students. On the other hand, if the student has a comment, a question that they would like to go directly to the teacher, they're going to come over here to this private comments area, and they're going to add that comment in this area. Anything that they add here is going to go directly to the teacher. The teacher will get an email notification. The teacher can then respond to the student, and those comments that are written in this private area are only visible to the teacher and the student. They are not visible to the entire class, as they are if they are written in this class comments area. So that is how students can locate where they have assignments that are due and how to submit them.